You are listening to the Marc Guzman Podcast Experience. Zillow 2.0. So recently, Zillow announced that they want to continue expanding their business. They're a huge company, publicly traded, and one of the announcements that they made is they're on a mission now to raise capital and start purchasing homes up to 5,000 homes per month. And
it's quite an ambitious feat.
Yeah, and they also want to do 3,000 loans per year.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Brian, the question is, are they going to be successful, and why are they trying to do this? Because Zillow has Zillow Offers out right now, which is kind of comparable to Open Doors and even Redfin's platform. So how's this going to turn out for Zillow?
Well, there's, if I could predict exactly what happened, I'd be a much richer man. However, there's a lot of different speculative things that go into place whether or not this will be a successful venture. A big part of the reason why they want to go in this direction is from what I understand, they're losing sales from their typical business model, which is, as most of you know, you go on a Zillow, you get a Zestimate. They give you this overinflated valuation for your home, and then usually that's a good sign of you showing an interest in selling your home. So those leads that they generate from people interested in possibly selling their home, they sell to realtors like myself or my agents. Various models out there like Realtor.com, Trulia, or Zillow use these types of models that advertise to the consumer and then in turn sell the leads back to the realtors who, in turn contact those specific buyers or sellers.
And personally, I hate that kind of business model because it might work for a certain amount of time, but eventually it dies off because the thing that we're seeing right now is a lot of real estate agents are figuring out and discovering that these leads are not always the best leads.
Correct,
and they're spending a lot of money because it's very expensive. And it's kind of numbing when I get a call every single week from a Zillow representative saying, hey, someone just dropped out of your zip code and we've got a special deal for you.
Yeah, no, it's quite interesting. And actually, I actually use Realtor.com. I have used Zillow in the past. Other agents in my office use Zillow. So I don't like it primarily because the valuations are so inflated that it gives the seller lead an inflated price in their mind. So by the time you call them, you're dealing with bringing their valuation of their property back down to reality. So with the advent of them possibly going out and buying homes, they want to be able to control the market. From what I understand, they're either not syndicating, but they're actually raising money on Wall Street in an IPO to be able to raise capital to buy up several homes.
Basically do what Open Door does in buying a property where a seller can enter the requested price or request an offer. They get an offer within 24 hours and sell it to Zillow directly. Now, it's going to be at a discount.
Right. And in fact, so segueing off of what Marc's discount is, from what I understand, their business model will be that when I, as a seller, decide to log on to their site to tell, to go, I'm interested in selling my home, and then they tell me what they think it's worth, they will in turn have up to 10 days to buy my home, and they will probably buy it at a discount equal to the amount you would normally pay in a real estate commission. My big thing first about that is they better get their valuations down on that property much better, because right now they give these overinflated values for property. And so if they're buying property at an overinvaluated price based on their existing algorithm, well, then that creates a problem for them, because when they go to resell it to make that profit margin that they would have normally made up as the realtor, then they're not going to move these properties for a profit greater than what they bought it from the homeowner. So that's my first big concern.
And if they drop the estimates into a more realistic pricing algorithm, then you may discourage a lot of homeowners because now they may not want to sell at those prices.
That's correct. And so it really depends, too, on the timing of the market, right? There's a lot of movement right now to automate the entire real estate buying system to kind of remove realtors from the home buying experience, mainly because they want to automate it the way the travel industry has gone. Now, that's probably something that could be done with single family. You don't see it as prevalent on analysis of apartment buildings and things of this nature. But this is kind of the next step forward where they actually own the inventory. Now, depending on the market, that could be done very easily, but if the market is very slow, then you do need that human touch. Because for those of you who've ever been through a real estate transaction, there's so many moving components that most of the time as a realtor, you're playing, marriage counselor to, legal analyst to accountant and things of this nature. So it's not a super simple process, which is what they want to be able to do and streamline and speed up.
Yeah, in short, I don't think Zillow will be able to pull this off. They're literally just trying to figure out how they can generate additional revenues because their current model is kind of on a losing streak right now. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Thank you to our producer, Sam Lemon. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share the podcast. Remember, you can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Google Play, SoundCloud, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts. For more information on my business as a property manager and real estate team, go visit my website at marcguzman.com. I really want to thank all of you for listening. It means the world to me, and I hope today's episode provides you value in your day-to-day life. I created this podcast to help showcase the many great people that live in this world and help share some knowledge that I've learned along the way in life. Again, thank you for listening. Check out our sponsors, and I'll catch you on the next episode.